What's going on, everyone? Alex here from Computer Headquarters, and I'm squeaking out another video here right before the clock ticks over to 3.27 here in Path of Exile. We've got about one more week until the major releases come out here, or the updates or whatever for the new 3.27, and I've just kind of procrastinated some stuff that I wanted to do early in the league that I just finally I buckled down, and here we are, and you see what's on the screen here, that is the most hated class in the game, the assassin. And for a lot of reason, he's hated. Not played, right? Not played at all. I don't remember what the exact statistic was about the assassin, but it's like no one's playing him at all. In fact, let's take a peek at POE Ninja real quick before we even jump into this build. All right, POE Ninja. We have all assassins pulled up right now. There are only 514 assassins in the entire 3.26 league, which represents only a measly 0.5% of the entire league. That is very tiny. And then if we look at the best, man, the POE Ninja's ads are getting really annoying. If we look at the most damage, it looks like Ice Trap is insanely popular, and the EHP of all these ice trappers, though, if you look at this line here, it's like they're all just, if you blew on them, they would fall over and die. They have no EHP. Now, on the flip side, if we look for a tankier guy, there are some people here that are a lot more tanky. This guy in particular, Boom Bot, he's got a pretty well-rounded build where he's doing some decent damage on a skill that no one really plays at all, called Blade Blast of Dagger Detonation. That sounds cool, and he is extremely tanky. He is wearing a Badge of the Brotherhood and a Fourth Vow and a Svalin. He's got a pretty trick-looking build here. I think this is pretty cool. I would never have guessed to see that, but after you look at him, it drops into the 300s, which 300k EHP is really good. But these guys aren't doing a whole lot of damage. They might be doing a lot more than it says here, though, in POE Ninja is not great at determining real damage. So Penance Brand of Dissipation is known for doing really good damage. It says they're only doing 400k. It's probably not true. And this guy that says he's doing 6 million, also probably a lot more if I had to guess. But anyway, we took a little peek here. There's just not a whole lot going on. And so I kind of thought to myself, what if I take my Tri-Charge Stacking Slayer and bring it over to an Assassin? Well, it won't be Tri-Charge Stacking anymore because you have to be a Slayer to be a Tri-Charge Stacker, but I can still dual charge stack, which is really strong. I lose the endurance charges, which that means I lose a bunch of tankiness, but the Assassin Ascendancy does give you these elusive modifiers here, right? So you get a stronger elusive effect, and you gain elusive when you crit, and you're critting all the time. And elusive says that it gives you a 15% chance to avoid all damage from hits, and you get some extra movement speed. And it's actually, I mean, I'm not saying it's super strong or anything, or it's better than having 14 endurance charges like I have in my Slayer, but it's just a cool other thing, and it's just a cool way to say, hey, look, the Assassin is underplayed as it is, and as junky as people might think it is, it can be strong. And by taking the Assassin, I get an extra power charge right here. So instead of having 14 power charges and 14 frenzy charges, I'm getting 15. So a little bit more potential damage. There's also some crit strike multi that's really cool here. 5% to crit strike multi per power charge. That is super strong. We have 15 power charges. So yeah, let's just do. I really don't. I could talk forever about this build for people that are new to it, but I really don't want to, because I have so many other videos where I would just be saying the same stuff. I literally just took all of my gear off of my Slayer and just put it on. I didn't do anything else. And then, sorry, I shouldn't say I didn't do anything else. The tree is just slightly different because you start here and you've got a different ascendancy. But overall, I'm also only on level 94. This was a trickster I played earlier in the league. I just switched to my ascendancies, and if I had level 99, I got up to 1 billion with the B damage. But even here at 94, where I'm missing a few things, I'm missing 1% max all res. I'm missing, I'm trying to remember, it was like a little bit of damage. Oh, there's like a really nice crit strike multi right here, and getting a little bit more crit strike chance. There's a couple little things I would increase, and so I could get to 1 billion if I had some levels, but I'm not going to get those levels. I'm not in the mood for grinding levels right now. But what I am in the mood for is just giving you guys a display of, let's do like an Uber Sirus, and let's do Uber Exarch, and that should be plenty for you guys to get a feel for if this is a decent build. And as I say every time I do Uber Sirus, I really like using him as a demo because he is very difficult. He does a ton of damage, and he's very tanky. He has a lot of phases. He's the chatterbox of the year, guys. This intro chatting that he does is just, I mean, it really feels unacceptable to me now in 2025 with how long he's been out. No one needs to hear him yell at Xana for 2 minutes every time they want to fight him. It's kind of annoying. But it's what we do. Also, we don't want Xana sending us back to town every time we beat him. It's stupid. Why can't she send us back to the hideout? I don't know. Goofy. Why can't you just use a TP? I don't know. Alright, here we go. Oh, I missed him. Well, damage looks pretty good, as you would expect. And tankiness is, you know, it's not bad. I'm standing in stuff and not dying instantly. But the deatomization storms, they definitely do bad. Let's see what this does to me. I don't know if that missed me or if it just didn't hurt. But we're doing some pretty good damage to him. Oh, the real test on Uber Sirus is the last phase, phase 4, when he comes down and you get to just DPS race him. And if you don't win the DPS race, he starts doing a whole bunch more tricks, like cloning himself, doing the trough meteor stuff, and yeah, it's nice to not have to deal with that. This is phase 3. Alright, beat him up pretty quick there. And so far with my feel for this, seat of the pants feel for, you know, how fast am I dying and stuff is, I am not worried. I would love to, you know what? I would really love to see a meteor, so I will purposely, dang it. What should I do? I really want to see the meteor. Yeah, I will not hit him right here. Let's see how I do with a meteor. Or even just these. Okay, these aren't even hurting me. But I still want a meteor. This hurts really bad, this laser beam he does here. Yeah, okay, well, I tanked it. That's good. Oh, I'm just doing absolutely insane damage to him right now. I could have killed him so fast. Okay, this is what I want to see. Usually I would use a frost shield, I'm not even going to use it. Let's see what happens. Oh, that did hurt. Okay, well, he's dead. Ooh, that's a rare drop. I don't even know if I can say that word. Oubliette Reliquary Key. Cool. Alright, Xana, send us back to town. And we will do an Exarch. And then, so of course, the question with Exarch is the DPS test is, can you beat him before he does the ball phase? Everyone kind of knows that. It's like the big test, right? Yeah, easily. So the damage you saw was like, it's kind of going, and whoop, it just took off. So yeah, the damage is really good. It's not, I think a lot of people, if they were skeptical, like, oh, this guy says he's doing 1 billion damage, you're right. Well, you're probably not skeptical anymore after that. I could do a bunch more things, but or demos, but I think that I just don't want this video to be super long. There might be some people that end up watching this and are like, why is it so short? I have so many videos about all of this gear that I'm wearing here, and there's really nothing. There's no reason for me to just drone on about it when you guys can go watch those videos that are going to explain it in more detail. I will just do a very quick overview of my gear. My gear is super strong. It doesn't need to be this strong for this build to be good. I just, over time kept upgrading little things. So yeah, Ephemeral Edge is double corrupted. It's enchanted and it's double influenced, and it's almost perfectly rolled. I have a double power charge helmet, which is also it's double influenced. It's not that great of rolls, but it does the trick. Really insane amulet here, double anointed and double influenced. Badge of the Brotherhood, and I tried it landing a Hinokora's Lock corruption on this with no luck. Got a Malachi's Loop double influenced as well with a block implicit on it. I've got Power Charge double influenced Relicash Boots. I have a double influenced Mage Blood Belt, which isn't actually mine. It's my buddy David's, and we also tried Hinokora's Locking for a nice corrupted implicit, or we failed on that. And then here's my body armor, which is just like, very highly rolled, I should say. The extra damage from crit strike doesn't really make sense on this build because I'm getting that from the elusive effect thing, and I also don't have enough endurance charges, but I wasn't going to make body armor. What else? We have this ring, which is just insanely good, very expensive. 1 power charge, energy shield per power charge, and fizz damage reduction per power charge. Like insanely hard to get one of these. And then my gloves are crafted very well with a bunch of accuracy and whatnot. So I will have a POB in the description, and I highly recommend if you watch this video and you're kind of thinking like, wow, this guy's being a little bit not too nonchalant about how strong the build is. 1, I'm really tired, and 2, I've just made so many videos that are similar to this that are on my Slayer, and if you liked this, and I have doing like very hard Valdos maps and stuff like that, and explaining the gear and the interactions and the tree like way more in depth on those videos. So I just want to point you guys that way, but it is the end of the league, and there's no point in me not just opening this with you guys, because what am I going to do with this, right? I'm not going to take this with me to standard. I'm not going to sell it. Let's go hit up this reliquary key and just see if the luck of the gods shines upon us. Cool. It's this one. Whoa, it's perfectly rolled. That actually is worth something. Sweet. The luck of the gods shines upon us. All right, well, that's it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am planning to make a league starter Slayer over the next week. That will be very similar to this build, and you could probably adapt a lot of that to this build if you want to play the assassin instead. Will there even be an assassin is another question. There's a lot of rumors about people thinking they're going to just cut the assassin, put in like a acolyte of Chayula or something, but I digress. I said I was ending the video like 3 times, and now I really am. Okay, thanks guys. Talk to you soon.